Most people think pistol squats are all about strength, but the real reasons they feel impossible are way more fundamental and way more fixable.
In this video, I will show you 5 truths that will explain why you are struggling and what you need to change to finally make progress. Truth number 1. You shouldn't learn pistol squat before you can deep squat.
Most people try to learn pistol squats way too early. They jump straight into progressions, but they can't even sit comfortably in a deep squat. And that's the problem. If you can't access a full deep squat with control, your ankles, hips and pelvis simply aren't ready for the extreme ranges a pistol squat requires.
A pistol squat is basically a deep squat, but on one leg and with less base of support.
That puts more demand on hip rotation and ankle dorsiflexion. The deep squat is the foundation. It teaches your ankles to bend, your hips to rotate, and your pelvis to stay centered.
If you can't squat deep yet, there's a full breakdown on my channel, so definitely go check that out.
Otherwise, spend as much time in a deep squat during the day as much as possible. Heels down, chest relaxed, feet flat. Let your hips and ankles open naturally.
Truth number 2. You can't balance because your foot tripod is collapsing.
Most people think they're losing balance in the pistol squat because their leg is weak or their core isn't strong enough. But sometimes the real problem is much simpler. Your foot tripod is collapsing.
Your foot is supposed to create 3 solid points of contact: the big toe base, the little toe base, and the heel.
Your weight is distributed amongst these supporting points, which then create a stable structure for everything else up the chain. If any of these points lift, your arch collapses or your heel drifts inward. When that happens, your knee and hip instantly have to compensate. That's when you start tipping sideways, shaking, or falling backward.
It's worth mentioning that conventional shoes with padded soles usually make this solid tripod structure almost impossible. That's why I advise you to do the pistol squat barefoot or wearing minimalist barefoot shoes.
Here's your fix. Start balancing on one leg, taking extreme care to distribute your weight amongst the 3 points of your tripod. Spread your toes, press all the points down, and keep balancing for a few seconds, feeling your foot micro-adjusting. When this is easy, bring the same awareness into the pistol squat as well. Don't lose your tripod.
Truth number 3. Your hip flexors work harder than your quads. Everyone thinks pistol squat is a quad-dominant exercise. And yes, your quads work hard, but they're usually not the limiting factor.
The real killer is the lifted leg, because holding that leg up forces your hip flexors to work isometrically the entire time. And that's what drains your stability. Your hip flexors are small endurance muscles. They fatigue quickly. When they get tired, your pelvis tilts, your torso leans, and your working leg starts shaking like crazy.
This is why strong athletes, people who can squat double their body weight, still tremble when doing pistol squats. Their quads aren't the problem, their hip flexors are. Once you understand this, the movement starts making sense.
So here's your fix. Do 10 to 15 seconds of active leg lifts before practicing. Lift your straight leg off the floor and hold. It can be a few centimeters or your hip level if it's available to. Your pelvis must be in the posterior tilt all the time to prevent lower back overload. This wakes up the hip flexors and over time reduces shaking completely.
Truth number 4. Your non-working leg controls your stability. Once your hip flexors stop limiting your lifted leg, you can now start using it properly.
That leg acts as a counterbalance. If it drifts up, down, or sideways even a few centimeters, your center of mass shifts instantly. And when that happens, your body has to compensate. Your torso leans, your pelvis rotates, your knee collapses, or you fall backward.
Most people think they lose balance because their stance leg is weak, but the truth is their free leg is moving around like a loose lever.
When you learn to control the free leg, keeping it stable, lifted and aligned, the entire pistol squat becomes more stable. Your balance improves, your hip stays centered, and your knee tracks cleanly.
The fix is easy.
Keep your lifted leg active all the time. Flex your quads, point your toes, imagine you want to push something away from you. This way, you create tension, your leg will serve as a counterbalance, and it instantly stabilizes your center of mass.
Truth number 5. Your knee collapses inward because your hip can't resist rotation.
When someone's knee caves inward during a pistol squat, they usually blame the knee. They think it's weak or unstable, but the knee isn't a problem, it's the victim. The pistol squat creates a huge internal rotation force on the stance leg. If your hip can't resist that rotation, if your glute med and deep hip rotators aren't doing their job, the knee collapses inward to compensate. Once the knee caves, everything falls apart: balance, alignment, and confidence. And yes, sometimes pain occurs.
But the knee isn't failing because it's weak. It's failing because the hip didn't give it a stable path to follow. When you strengthen the hip's ability to resist rotation, your knee tracks straight, the movement feels safer, and your balance improves significantly.
Here's your fix. Lie on your side, keep your feet together, and lift the top knee while maintaining a stable pelvis. Get back and repeat. This movement strengthens the glute med and external rotators, which are responsible for resisting internal rotation and keeping the knee aligned.
If you fix these 5 things, the pistol squat stops feeling like a circus trick and starts feeling like a skill that you can actually control. Let me know down in the comments what's the most challenging part for you when it comes to learning a pistol squat. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.